So the Gaiety approached me to actually come in and work in Wallacetown and to engage with communities that normally artists aren't usually engaging with. And it was part of a program that they'd developed over 2 or 3 years. So I was kind of like the end of that program to go in and to develop work with what is called the hardest group to reach, or the hard to reach pieces of society. But I've never found that those groups hard to reach. They're very accessible. In fact, they want to be met, they want to talk, they want to tell stories, they want to be seen and heard.
Unbelievable the impact Jeremy's had in such a small space of time. From that very first meeting with those residents, that he's actually been able to, you know, make those connections, and people believe in him and trust him. And this is why we're at the stage we're at today, where we've got people who have been willing to tell their story, which is often, as we will hear, very traumatic. Lots of issues to deal with in everyday life, particularly living in with addictions or with poverty or with mental health issues. And this is where, you know, Jeremy's really come to the forefront in terms of not only getting people to a stage where they can be acting out and telling their story, but also to be getting help. And this is also, again, the partnership that we've created is people that have been coming to the group have been able to access the help that I'm able to provide, and the referrals to appropriate services within the community. So they're really getting, you know, a complete holistic approach in terms of any support that they may need and any help they may need, on top of, you know, learning everything that Jeremy can provide.
I lived in Catching, but then I moved to England, and I came up here in fear, and I was in a hostel. Then I was invited to groups, and Amanda invited me to, well, she said it was a writing group, so I thought I was quite interested, because I was thinking about writing all my past and stuff. And I found it was quite different, and I found a lot of people here. I started caring about them and about the stories that they were telling about their lives as well.
But it's mainly the folk I've met. I've built up quite a lot of friendships in here. Like, it's good, and just been pushed out my comfort zone. I love it. Like, I do art, so I'm actually nervous but excited about it.
I'm just really excited for the whole day today. I've been in this group for a few months, and it's brought me out my shell a bit. It's helped me with my health and well-being and connecting with other people in the community. I feel belonging, I feel happy, excited. I've just learned so much. I'm looking forward to the play.
You guys aren't by chance here for the meeting, are you? You maybe know what it's about? Any of you? No? Okay. You know, it's always the same, isn't it? You move to a new place and you hope it's better than the last. You hope to call it home. It's never that simple, is it? No, there's always something that gets in the way, whether it be money, family, work, or friends. Yeah, there's always something. I found this place around about 3 months ago. The place seemed cute enough, peaceful, quaint, so I thought, why not move? Only problem is that I don't have any money, and I never really have, so I couldn't get a nice place, and I had to settle for a place with holes in the walls, broken lights, and neighbours that scared the shit out of me. It's fine though. I used the last of my money to redecorate the place, so at least it looks like a home now. It just doesn't really feel like a safe one. That's actually one of the reasons why I got a couple cats to keep me company, but to be honest, looking back on it, I don't really think that was fair on them. I have been trying to get better at it though, trying to be more sociable. The agoraphobia really doesn't make it easy, but you know, I figured if I'm so scared of the outside world, what fucking hope do my cats have, you know? And as I started doing that, and as I started going to more groups and making friends with some of the neighbours, it didn't really seem as bad as what I first thought. Maybe just, I don't know, a bit misunderstood, let's say. All that white noise of White City, of the sirens passing by each night and the screams of failing relationships echoing throughout the buildings, didn't really seem that scary anymore. Now I'm mostly just worried on if my roof is going to survive the next storm or if I can afford my heating, which, let's face it, I know fucking can't. Or if I can even afford to feed myself. You know, basic shit. My cats are still afraid though, but at least I know now that there's nothing that can affect them directly, but I still don't feel safe. When does this meeting restart?
Hello? I heard voices. Who are you talking to?
Oh, no one. I was just talking to myself.
Okay then. Well, hello. I'm here for the writing group. Is this it?
No, sorry. I heard there was a meeting, but I don't think it's for writing.
Okay, well I can come back another day then. Thank you.
Oh, well, wait, stay. Maybe see what this is about. Maybe it'll help you. So, how long have you been here then?
I haven't been here that long. 6 months. 6 months of bloody hell. It really has been awful. What about you? How long have you been here?
I think it's been about 3 months now. It's definitely not been the easiest of moves, I'll admit. It's been a little bit tragic. How come it's been bad for you?
Escape now while you can. Well, where would I even begin? There's constant fights in my clothes, which means there's blood all over the walls and all over the stairs.
Oh, really?
It really makes me wonder though where the blood actually comes from, because my block seems to be the party place to take your drugs into.
Damn, that sucks.
Honestly, it's like a game of hopscotch trying to get over all the needles.
I know, I'm in a similar situation, or at least I was last month. Basically, I was going up the stairs to my bit and I saw this rolled up bit of tinfoil, clearly being used to smoke crack or meth or, I don't know, something along those lines. Now, I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to go near it, so I left it alone and I went into my flat. Now, a couple hours later, my neighbour is bashing down my door, basically saying that I need to get rid of it, that his daughter is coming round, she can't be seeing that shit. But the whole time that he was going off at me, the only thought going through my head was, I thought this was yours. Like, neither of us knew where it came from.
That's shocking. I hate all this. It scares me so much. But it does sound like we're experiencing the same issues. Once I get past all the people in the close, I need to try and battle the groups of teenagers, you know, the ones with the ski masks, and they're always causing havoc.
Oh, aye.
It's so intimidating. It sets off my anxiety, something awful. It makes me feel like I can't even leave my own home, which I haven't done for quite some time now. Once I get in from work, I just lock my door. I've even had to get an extra 2 locks for my front door. It's just safer and keeps my mind at ease.
Yeah, no, I know the exact same fucking group of teenagers you're on about. I see them all the time. There's actually been a couple of times where they've followed me back home, so I do not blame you for having any of those locks.
Shit, I'm muting my TV every few minutes. I just usually sit in silence in my own home. All this has made it even so much more difficult for me to go and meet friends. And even if I did, how could I go and invite them to my home? What would people think of me living in a place like White City? Is this my life now? I came here to get away from my own life, to get a job, to better myself. Not this, a petrified woman all alone in air.
Okay, look, just breathe. Look, these are your friends. They know you, so I assume that they know you're not like the rest of these folk. If they're really your friends, it's not going to matter where you come from. Okay, no, look, having said that, I have noticed a lot of the times when I mention to people that I'm from White City, I get judged so fucking much for it. And it doesn't matter how nice I am to them. They still treat me like shit, as if I've, I don't know, failed as an adult or something. But look, no, if it's your friends you're worried about, then none of that is going to matter because they already know who you are as a person.
But I am being judged. You are right. It's the moment you mention where you live, they just instantly put you in that box. Why should I have to cower in fear and feel ashamed while they're out there just enjoying themselves? I just can't do this today. It's just too much. It's so overwhelming. I'm going to have to go.
Wait, no, wait, say, like, look, it'll help keep me at ease and we can do this together. We can help each other out.
I just don't know. I don't see how this is going to help.
Well, you won't know unless you stay. What, have you given up already?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. It's just nothing ever seems to get better around here.
Unless you maybe do something about it.
I suppose we do need to start somewhere. I suppose I could stay.
Exactly. Come on then.
Who's in charge? What's this meeting about? I've not got on it. I went to the road with her dad and he was on ragged. What have we got to talk to the people about?
Well, I thought this was a writing group.
I thought it was a well-being group.
Why the fuck's are men in here? I thought this was a women's group. Why, and you here?
Well,
Is this a women's group or not?
No.
Oh,
Well, I think it should be about the benefit system, in particular personal independence payment. PIP assessments are scored using a point system. The point system is based on how well one can accomplish daily tasks, such as cooking, washing, and dressing. If the applicant can accomplish such tasks, the DWP awards 0 points to that person. This system makes it difficult for even the most highly physical disabled people.
That shouldn't be about benefits. I'm not interested in that.
No, hang on a minute. Look, he's obviously put a lot of effort into this. We should hear him out, okay? Mate, do you want me to try and read it for you if you have?
Yeah, if you could, that would be great.
That's fine. You stand with me. This system makes it difficult for even highly physically disabled people to pass. However, it's much harder to prove mental disability. PIP is different to the old benefit system. Disabilities used to be assessed by doctors who know and understand the individual circumstances of that person, with access to records dating back to birth that indicate impairments in the child's development as they grew. But with the new system, the DWP hired huge companies that have heard or seen the claimant, pressuring the disabled person to gather and provide evidence of their illnesses or disabilities, putting an enormous amount of stress on that person. This has resulted in many suicides. They really expect you to gather your own evidence, to do things that trained doctors used to do.
Yeah, you have to prove you're ill whilst you're ill.
And people have killed themselves over this.
Yeah.
The DWP used those to make final decisions for claimants. They turned down 52%. 52%?! You're expected to gather your own evidence, deal with the stress of being disabled and gathering that evidence. And at the end of it all, you still have worse chances than a coin flip.
Yeah.
And then, however, 57% out of 7,000 appeals were won by the claimants. Well, okay, 57% out of 7,000 appeals, that's, what, almost 4,000 people? I guess that makes it okay, but who deals with those claims? Who deals with those appeals?
I don't know, it's not the DWP, I think.
Capita is one of the companies that won a £140 million contract to carry out PIP assessments across the UK. Capita's chief medical officer was caught on camera saying they were under pressure from the DWP to hurry through the assessments, otherwise the company would lose money, causing upheaval in the benefit system with intent to cut tax from rich. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I don't even blame Capita that much. They're just doing the job they've been hired to do. The DWP are setting such, insane quotas that the assessors are having panic attacks.
Stop it.
I've been barred from DWP. I got upset there. With my PTSD, I lost control.
What the hell? No, this isn't what I like to talk about to them. I like to talk about what happens every Friday, Saturday and Sunday night out my window. What I see in Wallacetown. Oh, here we go again. Right, Wayne's go down off that window. Look at all the flashing lights. Oh my God. Wayne's, I'll get the popcorn. This look, it's got to be eventful. There's 5 police cars. Some undercover by the looks of it. Definitely a raid. There they go with that battering ram. That's banging all night again. I can see it now. It's that policewoman got today. So she's just at the school. There you go, see? All the police, all the lights, all the banging. Wayne's, look, there's the police dogs. Pair of wee sills there. Wee paws are all getting cut. All that glass over there. They never clean it or nothing. And this is how bad it is. All the police, everything else, helicopters. There's all the wee youngins that are jumping about in their wee scooters with their wee bags, probably dealing. No get their bags on now, mind you. And there's 2 of the regulars. That's how bad it is. That's how desperate people get about here. They're still waiting and all the police going away, waiting to get in and chat her door. No door there. But God, that's how we get. Look, They're there. 10 of them, 10 police coming out. Doesn't look as though she's been lifted, she probably got tipped off. And there they come out. And there's the council van, that'll be Mayor banging Wayne's. They'll be giving her a new door. God's sake, look at them all. Right, Wayne's, come on, stop spilling that popcorn.
You should be thinking about the other residents. The others who lives here. The other who lives here too. The squirrels! Now listen to this story. In Wallacetown the other day, I saw a red squirrel climbing inside the post box, surrounded by a soft oil street lamp. A passer-by carries a letter, approaches with purpose. The hatch creaks open as they deposit the letter inside, trying to make a simple transaction. Moments later, the postbox shudders, making a sound of banging wood. The hatch swings open. The letter that he deposits pops back out. The passerby is puzzled as he tries to reinsert the letter, but stubbornly, the letter pops back out again. But with frustration, he shreds his eyebrows. And with each attempt, the letter still resists restraint. Curiously, onlooker walks by, spoke. Having trouble then? The passerby grumbles, this postbox playing tricks on me. Undeterred, it gives it another shot. Once again, the letter still refused to be delivered. The passerby pauses for a closer look. To his surprise, there's a pair of tiny paws, surfing between a vibrant red shade of red, peeks out from the letter slot. The passerby shouts, "There's a squirrel inside!" It's true that the squirrel is situated within the confines of the postbox, but with a glint of her eyes, inside, there's some old twigs, a bit of newspaper that makes up the cozy nest that she proudly guards for her future offspring. Despite revelation, the passerby chuckles and concedes defeat. It seems I stumbled on a squirrel's nest instead of a postbox. The passerby calls it a day as he goes on to search for another postbox. The squirrel triumphs in the fortress. With a pleasant twitch in her fluffy tail, she watches the passerby leave, shaking his head in disbelief. She continues to prepare for the arrival of her young ones, leaving the postbox, a place of unexpected joy.
Sounds like you're in drugs. Did you write that wee story?
Yes, I did, so what?
I'm not really fucking interested.
No, I don't care about you.
My ways are up there. I'm not. That's absolutely nonsense. You're right though. I've seen those two wee squirrels.
I know I'm right.
In that post box. Absolutely out their nut. One was staggering about, falling out of the joint. The other one, out there, OD'd right in front of me. Face stuck in a bag. But I'm glad it was these squirrels and they're dead.
I don't think about the squirrels, you know. What squirrels?
What do those squirrels do to you?
I'm glad it was the squirrels and no my wains.
Doesn't need to be either.
I'm just glad.
Did you hear about the swans in the river? The 3 boys were hanging about the river. Got down, they waded right through the reeds, going to a wee small island, and they took the big 3 swan eggs and they brought them back up the bed. Smash, 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 there was yolk everywhere. It was no funny on this convertible. Oh no, they were caught on CCTV, but they were never caught.
That's horrendous. If this was to happen to a mother and her child, there'd be outrage. Surely at least one of them would get arrested. But because it's swans, people just don't seem to give a shit.
So true. It's not just our swans and our squirrels, it's our house pets too. I got these 2 adorable little kittens. One of them is a fluffy ginger, the other's a tabby. They're so small and cute with their little toe beans. But I got them to keep me company. But I barely get to see them now as they're always hiding from all the shouting outside. It's just so not fair on them.
Yeah, no, I feel the exact same about my cats. Like, just every time there's a loud noise, they instantly run and hide. And like, mine's were rescues. Like, they were farm cats originally. And honestly, with the amount of noise, I sometimes think they'd want to go back to the farm. And that's saying something, because my big one, Bose, hates the outdoors with fucking passion. It makes your eye nose it. But I'm so frustrated at the whole situation because they don't deserve this, so why the fuck should they have to be put through this?
Exactly. I just feel so ashamed for bringing them into this intense environment. I rescued mine from Cat's Protection, but for what?
I guess it's one of these things where, yes, they might have possibly had a better life elsewhere, but they could have equally had a much, much worse life. So as long as we care for them and look after them the best we can, I guess that's all that really matters.
I guess that's all we can do.
But I came here for a fresh start. I'm in for education. I was in Aberdeen beforehand, and don't get me wrong, Aberdeen was great street art, but it is called the Granite City for a reason. There is no greenery. The only animals around are fucking seagulls, and yeah, there's a beach, but it wasn't necessarily a good one. Like I had such high hopes for this place, and I'm so frustrated because on paper it seems like this is the perfect location to raise these two kittens. It seems like they'd fit right in, and it's just not true, is it?
Well, the beaches here are really nice, morning or evening. Even on a clear day, you can see Arran across the way. It's so peaceful. It just keeps my mind at ease. But if you're not into beaches, there's lots of forest walks, full of flowers, lots of colours. There's animals everywhere. Rizal Park is one of them. You can get lost for days there. Ayr has so much potential. Oh, anyway, back to the story I was saying. Ever since I got these two kittens, they have just been on high alert. It's so traumatizing for them. Just the other week, the cat was sitting there, I was sipping my coffee, and suddenly I looked around and his whiskers just dropped off. So I took him to the vet, who told me that the cat was stressed. Bloody stressed. Can you imagine that?
Wait, seriously?
It's awful. It's so not fair on them.
Maybe like I said, it's the best we can do. There's nothing we can really do about it and everything. We just look after them the best we can. But I just wish someone could give us some answers or something, you know?
I know. I wish someone somewhere could help us find the answers, just so we can find hope in our lives for our future.
You know what? I've heard a lot of bad things about Wallacetown, but I came from England in fear. I ran for my life. I was going to be killed. I was desperate. I was scared. I was taken to the police station. I couldn't get in. I had to sit outside in the cold and freezing dark. I was petrified. Manager Morrison's was helpful. He left me sitting there. The police searched me and searched my bag and questioned me for a while. Then I was taken to the mental hospital in Irvine, and I was put in further and questioned more. Then I was taken to Lansbury House, homeless shelter, where I was given a bed, food and clean clothes. They were kind people. After I came here to Wallacetown, I found loving, caring people, and I found hope. The people in my past told me I was a worthless piece of shit and a retard, and that I didn't deserve to be born. They were telling me to kill myself. They said, just go on, kill yourself. They said I didn't deserve to live and that I shouldn't be in this world. I came to Wallacetown and I found love and hope. I found hope, I really did.
Good for you. I mean, I'm glad you found hope. But I've been waiting in the council for 6 months to fix a hole in my roof.
What's your problem? You got an attitude. I came here, I really did find hope, I really did.
Good for you.
Well, I'm a homeowner and I'm surrounded by council flats, and the council just treat me like as if I don't even exist. They won't help me with the holes in my roof. I just don't know who to turn to.
Good for you, at least you've got a roof in your house. That's what you're moaning about all the time. This time last year I was homeless, never even had a roof. Abandoned, 3 kids to look after. But I came here and I found the community, and you all care about me and I love you, and you all love me, and that's what a community is.
Is this meeting even going to happen? No? No. Because I've not got time to sit here and listen to you all talking shite. You're talking about swans, you're talking about cats, and you're talking about squirrels. Nah, my ways are over the road, and I don't even know if they've been fed yet, because their dad's on nutter. So I'm away over the road to get them. I'll see you later. Alright, I'm away.
See you later. Bye.
When I look out my window tomorrow, I'm going to see the Scottish Grand National. I'm going to see people arriving in private helicopters and eat and drink away thousands of pounds of food just while they watch creatures that have been bred for generations to win races. And behind them, I'm going to see Wallacetown, I'm going to see White City, I'm going to see the party block where people take their drugs, I'm going to see cats so anxious that their whiskers have fallen off. I'm going to see arguments over tinfoil in the hallway. And if I keep looking out my window, I'm going to see those same other residents, the ones that don't get funny stories about nesting in mailboxes. I'm going to see the last patch of truly wild forest and air, the place where the foxes and the goshawks hide away from humanity, the ones that they call the dangerous vermin, the ones that aren't so easy to care about. I'm going to see the last patch of true green that humanity has spent thousands of years cutting away paths and ports between. I'm going to see the people that we judge as failures just because of where the government put them so they wouldn't be homeless. I'm going to see people who loved and cared for a woman who had nothing, felt like less than. It's not the people that are going to the Grand National tomorrow that helped her. Do you think they'd give her a second glance? When I look out my window, I see the sunset framed by man and wild and great burning sky. I see people of every path of life, every colour of experience, all of them somehow unaware that they are this violent, irrepressible miracle. If you take something away from today, take this. We mortal human beings, are the instrument through which the cosmos cares. If we care, it will, and if we don't, it doesn't. So choose to care. So choose.
Thank you very much.
I think they did fantastically well, really. I mean, that piece that you've just seen was put together in about 7 days. So there's lots of other stories, but I let them tell the story that they wanted to tell. And the story was about this meeting that never was. But all of the words are theirs, all of the feelings are theirs. So it's the beginning of something. It's like the foundation. It's like laying the earth for something you can put roots into and grow.
So we started this a good few months ago, obviously doing, speaking about Wallacetown and our experiences in it and stuff, and then we hanged it all together and constructed this kind of play about Wallacetown novel, but like our own real stories and stuff. It's been great. I come feel it. I met Jeremy at a workshop he did with Harbour at a group, and we'd been talking about it and stuff, and I thought, you know what, I'm feeling really good about myself now, and I think this would be really good for me to get me out of my comfort zone, which it really has. I would never have been able to do this about a year ago, so it has been quite exciting.
I'm really, really proud of them, especially as the individual circumstances they're fighting against to be here, to perform that, are huge. I mean, there's drugs, there's mental ill health, there's physical disability, there's the consequences of relationships. They're all there outside the door when they come in and do this. And this has kind of empowered them in a way. It's this kind of strange alchemy of art, that they're using things that would be crippling to them emotionally or psychologically, and they're transforming it into a a little piece of art and it makes them feel better. It's the sort of magic of art that makes people like art, I think.
It's been absolutely great. I've learnt so many different stuff about acting, about writing, and about music and art and stuff, and drawing and stuff. I'm quite creative because I was a teaching assistant, so I like doing creative stuff with arts and stuff like that as well.
Well, I've got a passion for writing. I had a problem. I couldn't read and write when I was young, so I really was struggling with that. So now when I come here, this is just for me and I enjoy it, and I get some one-to-one as well, extra help, support with my writing, and I can see it getting better and better and bigger, so really looking forward to a good future.
My self-esteem and that was quite kind of low. I was quite nervous and shy and stuff, and coming here I have put myself out of my comfort zone. By doing this, hearing everybody's experience of Wallacetown, obviously it is quite a rundown area, and hearing all the experiences, and hopefully with performing this to the folk, we're hopefully got to have in the audience, getting them to know how we all actually feel.
Just coming to the groups, it's like made me like come out and interact with people again, because I had isolated myself so much because I was just afraid to leave my home. And then just by coming here and just speaking to everyone and just meeting new friends, it's just made me come out of my shell.
I'm not very good at talking to people about how I actually feel, so this is going to the groups and meeting people and then talking to them actually helped me to open up about my fears and about other things that have upset me in life, and about things that I like in life as well.
These are real life experiences. So my part is through what I see out my window and stuff like that, and I've got 2 young kids. So I have phoned up and I've complained and that about it, but actually putting it down and being able to express it in a different way kind of has been educational. And I would encourage anybody to get involved. I do definitely voice that.
Before, like I was doing the theatre group, I was pretty much a hermit. I'm quite agoraphobic, so I struggle leaving the house and everything. And now that I've had a group to go to and everything, and now I've had a commitment to go to, it's been getting me out the house a lot more, which is good. And I know it's the same with a couple other of the cast members in this. And since like being a part of the group, like we've all come to trust each other very well, and we all look out for each other. And it's not just when we're doing these theatre groups that we're meeting up up outside of it to do rehearsals, or even just like to hang out and be friends with. It's really brought kind of like these people together in the sense that would otherwise be very much left alone and just kind of be struggling with their own issues. Now we actually have people to help us through them.
They're absolutely supportive. We're like one family, and some days we're not feeling so great. We know we've always got somebody to talk to, and you trust each other. Jeremy's always encouraging us, and anything that's said here stays here, so it's really a good place to be, a safe place to be.
We're connecting with people from the angle of wanting to engage to support them and help them. So even if whether you're causing issues in the area or whether you're being affected by the issues in the area, the approach is the same. It's got to be from a supportive point of view to ensure that people start valuing the community and start hopefully learning from the mistakes of their past, because nobody chooses the path that they're often on. But I would like to think that the partnership with the various services in Wallacetown can absolutely provide the help and support that people need to change their lives for the better.
Community, as I hear it, is desperate for a place to meet, a place to tell and share stories, and this is the forum they want. And the Gaiety Theatre have brought me in to do this, and I want to build on it and take it maybe one day to the Edinburgh Festival, take it on tour, but grow it first of all, and find those people that are looking to express their voice, express their emotions, express their stories that are often hidden, and bring them out, bring it into the light and actually share it in a piece of art.